Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to SoulCARE. And for today, it's the first week of August. Yay! Very busy, busy summer. And um, yes, we're going to have the opening for our show today, but it got delayed because there's so much going on that our video editor wasn't couldn't get it all together for right now. But we will have it next week, I promise. And it's cute. It has my new puppies, Minnie and Pearl, who are, I went out to visit them this weekend and had a great, great time. Hi, Rita and Bonnie and Sarah. I'll say hello to everybody as they come on first, and then I'll go into my little spiel here. Don Rosen, hello. Yes, Don Rosen. Yes, we've helped other people to come through. You betcha. Cindy, Bonnie, hi, Julie. Rain in Long Island, really? Wow. Maybe it's a relief from the heat. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Paulette. People are just getting notifications that I'm doing this live here, so I just want to wait till everyone gets on. Hi, from Vermont. Well, hello there. Barbara Berkowitz, how are you, my love? Wow, long time. A long time. Hi. Poconos. Deborah, Poconos. Nice. How's everybody's summers? It's a major transformation time, as you know. If you followed me on my show, Both Sides Down Beyond with Kelly White, she starts every show off with their astrology reading, which has been really spot on for the past several years. And really worth so tonight she'll talk a little bit about this really heavy duty time we're in right now. Really tough time. Tonight's show is going to be dedicated with also going to be about not only astrology but what's going on right now with this traumatic time changes, shocking, fast energy, rough seas. But we're going to have a special guest on who is a former student of mine, actually, who was in my writer's course. And she wrote a lovely book on Feng Shui. She's a designer, and she's taken years of Feng Shui, and she practices that in her design. So she's going to share with us all of her insights about Feng Shui, her techniques, all about Feng Shui and the energy of a house or a room, how to set up a space with energy. That'll be fascinating. She's a wonderful book. She's just finished a manuscript that I'm helping with. And she's in tonight's show. And her name is Julianne Siegel. And that'll be tonight at 6 o'clock tonight. And what is Feng Shui? Talk all about it and how can it change your life. And I'm totally into Feng Shui. I do it intuitively. I think we'll find out tonight because she'll answer questions about where the certain items are in a room. I think she works from the Western, which is a front door on. So that'll be an interesting show tonight. So welcome, everybody. Okay, wow, a lot of people still coming on. You'll be fine, Catherine Wild, Britain. Be positive. Patricia Tortella. What is it? Alpha state. Just a different brain wave. So the brain has different waves of states of awareness, if you will. Alpha, beta, theta. These are all different waves of the brain, different spaces, different levels of consciousness. Okay. Hello, Susan Mason Riordan. How are you doing there, darling? Nice to see you all. So much going on. I was looking at my calendar. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen, I suggest you take that and write these things down. I'm going to tell you about because I had to because I can't keep up with it. It's a busy, busy summer. Lots of things are going on that you might want to be a part of. I always believe there's always opportunities. And as I just mentioned, it's been rough times and really interesting times because things happen very quickly, very shockingly. I mean, this is a Jupiter. Is it Jupiter, Uranus, or in retrograde in Capricorn? And so it's a tough time. And things happen again very quickly and dramatically and shocking. A good friend of mine, who you all know, Janet Havoc, passed over, who was one of the best mediums I've ever worked with in the United States. And it's sad for us left behind, but I know that she's doing okay. She's already come through. And it's just, I want, let's hope the best for her church, the Journey Within in New Jersey, for that to be the level that Janet would like that to be. I'm hoping it happens. But shocking things happen. When I went to visit my doggies this weekend, I went to get gasoline in my truck because it's $3.80 in Ramona, California. Shocking. So I had to pull into a pump for the truck, and I realized, oh, I can't go all the way because someone's there. So I had to back up and pull in. And on my blind spot was something there. I heard bang. I was like, uh-oh, who's right behind me? And I walked out, and my whole bumper of my truck was pulled because there was a Jeep and had a like a hinge type thing in the front of it. And the young girl, 24 or 5 years old, she gets out. She goes, "Oh, this is a true story. That reminds me, I've got to clean my grill, my front bumper." And I said, "Well, you have more in trouble than just the front bumper. Look what you did to my bumper, my truck." And she didn't understand. She goes, "Well, we could do insurance if you want." And I said, "I don't necessarily. I'll probably pay for it just to bring it into Ford and do that, but it's okay." So she went and got her gas. I got my gas, and I went to start to get a water, and she was in line with some waters, and she said, "Oh, let me get that for you." And I said, "Oh, thank you. It's very kind." And then I looked at her because everything is an opportunity in life. Every single day, we're given opportunities to teach, to learn, to help, right? So I'll never go away from an opportunity. When I share love, make people feel better, whatever it might be. So I looked at her in line and said, "Can you look at me, please?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "You're very fortunate. You're very fortunate you had me as someone you banged into or me backed into you. Because if it was someone else, it might have been a very different circumstance." I said, "You need to look at me." I said, "When you drive your car, no matter if it's pulling into a gasoline station, parking, be very mindful because you could have hurt someone. And in a highway or a freeway, you have to stay a car length away because if not, and that person stops suddenly, you're going to be hurt, maybe hurting them, hurting yourself. Do you hear me?" And she said, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "There's an opportunity." And she goes, "Yeah." And that was it. And it was like I was speaking to someone who had no idea what I was saying. So all we can do is we can give it out. They can do the work. But I was an opportunity to help her. Hopefully she'll get it. And so it's been a crazy weekend. And then I went to a nursery store and tried putting a planter in my back of my bed of my truck, and the gate fell off of my truck. So something's going on there. So someone said, "This crazy time," which it is, all these crazy. I called up Kelly White, said, "It's happening. It's crazy. This is part of it." So things happen very quickly. Use caution wherever you do. Accidents, a lot of accidents happen, whether it's falling down, whether it's tripping, accidents, tripping on something. Be careful, okay? Probably to the end of middle of August, but she'll tell us tonight. Um, Also, before I get my answer to questions, I want to make sure that I get this out to you guys because a lot of people have been asking me. So for this Friday night, I'm going to be doing messages for spirit. And here it is right here. An evening of spirit messages from August from 4 to 5:30. I'm going to start with a meditation. I'm going to start with a couple of questions. And I'm going to go to do as many as I can, readings as I possibly can. They'll be quick, but they'll be evidential-based messages. And it's going to be someone specific you want to hear from. So we can go through very quickly. But I'll give you all the instructions about what to expect, how to be, what's your role in the evening of spirit. So if you're interested in attending that, we have a lot of tickets available. Not many people signed up so far. I think we have like 10 people. So you're welcome to sign that. That's Eating of Spirit. That's on my website, vanprog.com. There's a link right there. If you'd like to do that, I'd be love to share the space with you because it changes all of our lives. All right, let's just see what else is going on. I also wanted to mention to you because people asked about my next time doing a workshop. I'm going to be doing a workshop in August, so the week of August 24th. I'm going to be doing a very great workshop. I've been looking forward to this for over 2 years, 3 years now because of COVID, with Gordon Smith. And Gordon Smith is a top medium in Scotland and one of the top in Europe, actually. And he's flying out here in San Diego, Carlsbad area, to do a workshop with me and also a demonstration with me of spirit messages, a 3-hour demonstration, 2 days of workshop. And to have the two of us top teachers in the world, we're going to mediumship. You should take the opportunity. Here's an opportunity. If you feel resonating toward it, go for it. That's like I said. There it is. Gordon's a lovely man, great sense of humor, excellent medium, helps you blend with spirit very easily. We're going to do a great job. So please join us for that. It'll be very thorough. And also, we're doing a demonstration, and that's on my website, vanprog.com. And we're going to be wearing kilts because he's from Scotland and he sent me kilt. So that'll be the first demonstration of kilts. Okay. Then the other thing I want to, there's a lot going on. The other thing that's happening is my animal course is starting next week. So please register if you're interested in the animal course with Samantha Curry, who's the San Diego. I use the story list. There's so many great stories that she has, but the one that I love the most is so many. She's about dolphins and whales that she helped. And this was, and I talked about this last time, but I have to repeat it because Samantha is phenomenal. She helped me with my Maisie May, who is passing over. She communicated with her before she passes and then afterwards. And she communicated with her so great. And she's going to teaching us techniques on how to communicate with them. Both of us are going to teach techniques how to connect your mind to the mind of your animal, whether it's a bird, whether it's I even do fish where I live, a squirrel. I did squirrels, cats, and doggies, of course. And it's great when you can meld mind with the animal. So we're going to be teaching that at the animal course. We did it 3 years ago, but this is more extended, a lot more stuff. I wanted to do it in honor of Maisie May, my doggie had passed. And so please sign up for that. That's spiritualanimalfriendsvampprog.com. And you're going to love it. It's a course you take over and over again. And it'll help you to, I don't know, open up in different ways. And so those are the things I wanted to mention to you. Hope you wrote those all down. If you have any questions about any of those events, please put them up and Renee will put them on the board so I can read them. Okay. Candace Hunter, hello from Illinois. I want a kitten. I'd like to have one this year. I think Candace should go get a kitten from a rescue center. Why not? The best thing you can do. Anita, amazing. And my last intensive spirit reading, even though I was not called, I received the message I needed. Thank you, James. Thanks, Anita Chang. And I remember you, Anita. And that's exactly what happens. It's spirit, the spirit world, the intelligence of that world knows so much about what the audience needs. And every audience is very, very different. When we have a gathering of 20 or 30 people, there's an energy that takes place. And in the meditation I do beforehand, it really blends everything together. And the spirit people know the exact things that need to be said and what's going to be the most for the people there. So yeah, thanks, Anita. It's very true. It reaches everybody. Thank you. Okay. Doreen, hi. Oh my God, James, you have had so much going on. Held by the police in Mexico, accident with a car. Oh, and not to mention that my contractor turned gender during this time of changing my bathroom. He called me and said, would you mind calling me Jessica instead of Jason? I said, fine. So lots of things have been changing and happening. And anyway, lots you don't even know about, Doreen. There's so much. It's a crazy time. But Gordon's coming August. I'm looking forward to him. I have Gordon and his assistant staying in my house. And I have my brother and Carolyn Mumolo, who's the best psychic I've been to. She's a card reader. She's on my website. And she's going to be here. And she's phenomenal. She's just coming to visit my house. But if you ever want a card reading, a psychic card reading, she doesn't use tarot cards. It's regular playing cards. And she just reads them. And she's phenomenal. So she's on my website under psychics. She's great. And she's old-fashioned. Send her a check. And she's, so she's up there in age. It runs her family. Okay. MTV. Gordon, a sweetheart. Love Gordon. Your twin. I know. Everybody said he's my twin. We are. We have sons from a different mother. We really are. It's so weird. It's just weird how we say it's just weird how we get together and say the same things. And it just he was okay. And hi, Ann. Well, another strange thing happened to Jack, my dog, the other day, of course. We were walking in the field where we live. Something tapped my shoulder about 3 times. All of a sudden, his halter just came off at that moment. Why was that weird, Ann? That's very strange. Lots of weirdness around. And, I think in some ways with this weirdness, personally, I feel the spirit world's even closer, or we're expanding more. They're getting closer and closer, melding, because I think they're trying to really get close as they can to change things in this world. I do. Remember, in a great transformation period right now, through the end of August, it's a major universal transformation time. So there could be more wars broken out. There could be sudden deaths happening. You watch and see lots of changes. Look at the climate change. It's hot, burning, Europe and the United States. It's crazy, but it's all this transformation. Christ, Anna, yes, you're going through a major timeline shift. Definitely you are. Watch tonight's show. Kelly will do that. Trace Buckland. Go to my website, vanprog.com, and under the resources page, there's a list of all the different mediums, psychics, and healers that I endorse. Okay. And for me, this Friday is the best way to get a reading with me. Okay. Lori McLean. James, how does the remainder of the year pan out health-wise, please? Lori, it's up to you, baby. You can answer that. Are you taking care of your health? Are you eating right? Are you exercising? Are you drinking enough water? We all got to be responsible for ourselves. And I'm doing my best. I'm doing my job. Hi, Renee. Good to see you again. James, I hear you about the accidents. Yeah. Both my husband and I fell last week. Fortunately, we are okay. It's a little scraped up, but nothing severe. Yeah, everybody be monitored. Kelly said, monitor everything you do. Monitor your words, your actions. It's really important. I pray to Archangel Michael every morning for protection from accidents and know he helps us. Without a doubt, but I want you to be much more mindful, Amber. Be in the body. It's a great time for grounding now, to be in the body. Every step I take down the steps, I'm aware. I hold the railing just in case, especially after that truck incident. Okay. Lori McLean says, thank you, James. I'm a caregiver for my mom. I don't take care of myself enough. You're right. You've got to take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself first. Okay. Mira. Hi, Mira. Hi, James. What are your thoughts about your pets finding you, part of your soul family? I have a pup who I feel connected to, and I feel like she's always trying to tell me something when hungry. So, Mira, this is exactly what we're going to do in the animal course. Exactly this. We're going to talk about having an ongoing conversation with them, communication with them while they're still in the body, right? Because it's mind to mind. And also when they passed over. So we're going to talk techniques of communication and how they give us, like, how you send pictures, that they communicate in pictures, but also their ways of patterns of things and how there's certain movements that they make. And you'll see it. We're going to talk all about that. So that's, yeah, it's really, I believe they come back in soul families, no doubt about it, without doubt, 100%. I think that we share that. Yeah. Midnight, the Magic Wolf. Is it possible for the same soul to be in multiple bodies at the same time on Earth, but at different points? I think, Midnight, that's possible. I'm going to open my mind to that as possible. Why not? The soul is like water, so why limit it? So yeah, I believe that is possible. I wouldn't know if I pass over, but I like that. Irene, hi, James. You never age. Ah, bless your heart. I really do, honestly. I watch it for you. Thanks, Irene. That's really sweet. Thank you very much. Doreen, my cat Lexi passed last week. I asked her to send me a sign when she's okay. Well, first of all, Doreen, you know she's okay, right? So we know that. The next morning before I woke, I saw a vision of her being welcomed to heaven with all her past pets lined up to. Of course, I cried and cried. She's okay. I truly miss her. She comes to you on your lap when you're lying down. She comes there. So yeah, I know you miss her. I know, sweetheart. I'm there with you. I understand that one. It's a tough one because it's not like a physical person, humans so judgmental. Animals are so unconditional love, and we learn so much from them. But and the reason I'm doing this second animal course is it's dedicated to Maisie May, so it's really for animal lovers, because she changed my life. She totally changed my life because I'm gonna cry now. Hold on, let me I'll show you something. I've told this before, but it's a great story. And that during the time I was with her, I had a divorce and I got the doggy, and we just were buddies. We hung out all the time, and we just communicated. I'd be here in the computer, all of a sudden I look down. She's right next to me, lying down. She looks up at me like, and I said, "Oh, are you ready?" She goes, "Mm-hmm." So she had to go out. It's just a communication. It's an easy thing. So and this is what I got a stone for her. There's an animal rescue space here in Encinitas, and they donated this for Maisie in their Garden of Remembrance. There you go. That beautiful. Okay. Martin, can you please explain the difference between guides, teachers, and angels? Okay, Martin. Well, that's it'd be a long answer. So, could they all be the same? I don't know. I just think that guides can be teachers. Teachers are guides. Angelic Kingdom, I don't know enough about Angelic Kingdom. I don't even know what that is. I mean, we have paintings of angels and so forth, and we believe that. I don't know enough about that to know to really feel comfortable to comment on it because I don't know enough about it. Hi, Renee. I've been working with the advice after watching the two videos of Animal Course and have rescued two stray cats. Great, Renee. Thank you. Isn't it? It's great, isn't it? Using those techniques. It's great. Thanks, sweetheart. Good to see you again. Okay. We had that question already. Linda Dowling, my daughter has cancer. Healing would be greatly appreciated. Have lots of have loved you for many years. Love and light you, Linda Dowling. My daughter's so Linda, healing. What are you doing with your daughter to bring healing? So you should do a kind of a ritual type of thing every day, in the morning and in the evening, and have her on our own. Just imagine beautiful green healing light balance into the body through the crown. I do it in the morning, a shower. Imagine green light coming in, surrounding every cell, every muscle, every fiber, any toxicity in the body going out the toes and the fingertips, and flushing yourself with water internally, externally. Imagine that. And I don't know the level that she has the cancer. I just don't. I know that I believe cancers are a dis-ease, which means there's something not at ease, which means the energy is maybe not flowing correctly, something stuck, right? Or there's been a trauma issue. We got to find what the root of the cause of this situation is. So sometimes it's all different types of cancers, of course, and I'm not an expert on that. But I've worked with enough people to know many times there's a trauma associated with it, whether it's a passing of someone, whether it's not loving oneself, being abused as a child, whatever it might be, all different types of things. So I get to the root of it, but that's part of the healing is bringing those things to the surface. Lori, hi, Lori. James, would you be able to tell me what spirit has to say about me pursuing my psychic and mediumship abilities? Should I keep it where it is at just friends and family, or do I have to? Lori, I'd have to work with you. You should go to the workshop with Gordon Smith, and that way that gives you a commitment. And you'll find out from that workshop if you're ready for it or not, because it's got to be into that serious mode of doing that. So I've got to see how you work. And if I don't see it, I'll tell you. If I say psychic instead of mediumship, I'll tell you, and you'll work with people. So that's an excellent workshop for you, Lori, the Gordon Smith one. See you there. Oh, new comments here. Okay. And Tanella, hi, Aunt Stella. James, I had a dream with my lovebirds. Oh, what a beautiful dream, huh? They were looking at me so intensely, I felt they were seeking me where I was, stalking me where I was. I'm sure they're always around us. Great. Okay. Madeline Hopper, has my husband forgiven me for trying to make him keep his strength up? Madeline Hopper. Madeline, don't beat yourself up. Your husband's fine. We tend to, as human beings, tend to beat ourselves up if someone passes. Should have done this. I could have done this. They don't want that. They just want the opposite. They don't want us beating ourselves up. They don't want the guilt. They don't want the resentment. We have nothing to be guilty about or to be forgiven for. Really, please don't do that to yourselves, because the spirit people often will come through and say, please beg them, please don't do that. That would hurt me more, seeing them beat themselves up, than remembering I love them. So for everybody, please remember that. Jenny, hi Jenny, hi James. So glad to catch you live. Good. I wanted to ask you, what's the best way to find people who you are on the same frequency as? Jenny Doe. Jenny, all I can say to you, sweetheart, is in my school, the JP School of Mystical Arts, the courses there, we have Facebook groups all the time for people that are in the different courses. And it has really become a great community for people in the same mindset. So that is the best community I know of to go and meet people of like minds. I'm sure there are others out there, but I'm really not a tech savvy person, and I haven't really been looking because I have my school I'm involved with. But we've really had we have a great community in Facebook groups for all the different courses, the animal courses and the psychic courses. So that's something you want to check out. All right, sweetheart. Tori, hi Tori. I am taking your course, Life After Loss. Great. I was a caregiver. It is so hard to change my patterns. Hello. I feel lost and guilty if I move forward in my life. Thank you for bringing your lessons to us. You're welcome, Tori. So use those lessons and go back and listen to them again. And and at first, what seems painful is going back to childhood, early adulthood, and the choices that we made. But we have to consider what the situation was when we made those choices. What was the pressure on us with our adults, with our family, our friends? It might have been pressure living up to someone else's stuff. So it's good though for you to look. It's great for you to understand it. And souls come into our life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, and they're not dead. There's no death. They're around us, but in a different level, all around us, different frequency. But it's a good when someone passes over. It's always a great opportunity, I believe, to reassess our lives and reassess our values and see what they taught us. It really is. And don't beat ourselves up. Okay. Wendy, hi, Wendy. I'm wondering if I should take the same workshop with you and Gordon Smith. They're saying yes. You need to take yes. It doesn't matter. I would say that yes, you should. Yes, the answer is yes. Gordon is a very different teacher than Lisa. I'm a very different teacher than Lisa. I think the better, the more I'm going to say, in your toolbox, the more things you have in your toolbox, better for you. I think you do very well. It's a very evidence-based mediumship course. You should take it, especially if you live in California. Okay. There it is. In-person event, mediumship made simple. A 2-day workshop with James R. Prud and Gordon Smith. And it's chock full of everything. We put this outline together and it's going to be amazing. I just love Gordon. Love him, love him, love him. Wise, wise, wise. Okay. Sherry, what do I suggest for lower income people that can't afford? Well, first of all, you can afford. Don't use the word can't. Get that out of your vocabulary because you don't want to send that to the universe and block things. So you can afford. There's way payment plans. There's long. We work with you with that. So there's always a way, darlings. Trust me. There's always a way if it means something for you. How can you clear dark energy around a loved one? By cleaning up your mind. So when you aware, I don't know what dark energy means. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it might be someone who's living that person is involved with, maybe their partner or someone they work with, that their energy is holding on to them. I would assume that's what you're talking about. Don't talk about someone past. I would think that's more of the living than of the passing over, because on the other side, they don't really do that. It's more the human beings create that. But it is possible for the human being to have dark energy around them, negative energy, I call it, negative energy around them for sure. I mean a lot of people like that, even in stores. And I'm always trying to change the energy. When I walk in and see someone frowning, I go, "How are you today?" And I do, and it dissipates. So that's how you can do. You can help that person by helping them to say something very important. Say something to them that brings their attention back to their own self. That brings them a sense of loving themselves. So you say, "God, you have beautiful eyes," or "Well, you're such a nice person." Whatever that is, you'll know what to do, Christina. But just give them back that energy, and that's how you get started. You can't force it, but do it spoon feed that way. Okay. Hi, Irene. I'm going home to Hawaii. Good for you. In a few weeks for a family funeral. Oh, do you ever see me living there permanently? I think you're gonna go back and forth for a while. So that's fine. I'd like that. I'm not sure permanently, but back and forth for a while. This is what I see now. Charlene Miller, wonderful day to you, James. Thank you, says Charlene. A dear friend of mine committed suicide at a young age. Yeah, it's a time people are going to go. It's suicides, it's everything. The other day, someone jumped up the freeway when I was driving by. I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy. His sister took care of him, and his sister being their mom. What? His sister took care of him, and his sister being their mom passed. His oldest sister lives with it. Oh, wow, we're daily pain. Wow. All these years later that he committed suicide. She had found him. And his suggestions to help his older sister find peace. Yes, no one is ever hurt from suicide. Trauma.org is a website that your friend should look at. It's trauma.org is the website, and that's what you should definitely be involved in, please. Stella, the world weariness I get every so often is at an all-time high. Yes, Stella, I totally get it. I do my best to stay in love of spirit, true. But even when I stay off internet news, I still feel my mood being affected. Any tips? Sure. Great question. As I mentioned, we're in rough seas right now. It's a really hard time. And now COVID's going to be an upsurge. War is going to be another war soon. Really hard time, politically hard time in this world, and we all chose to be here. So what I do is I feel it, of course. I find that I don't like to leave my sacred space, which is my house and my garden, because I feel safe here. I feel comfortable. So I would suggest staying more comfortable with in your own space. If you have to go out in the world, I like that sort of a bubble around you, which is great. And also, don't take it on, just observe it. Be in that observation mode. So as I'm driving my car, my truck, I'm like, okay, I'm aware of the weird energy out there. There's a very strange energy out there. And I've noticed everywhere in workplaces, work associates, everywhere I have. And it's around. It's just a weird astrological aspect right now. And we're better than that, right? So we shine our light. And I would say the best thing for me, I can share with you, is I observe. I step back and I watch the play perform on stage. I don't get pulled into it. I'm aware it's there, but I'm not going to get pulled into it. And then I go back to myself and start dancing and singing and doing what makes me fun, have joy. So that's my suggestion. Woo Woo Juju. I like that name. It's a beautiful name, Woo Woo Juju. Hello. When suffering a loss of a person who is still alive, when suffering a loss of a person who is still alive, I don't know what that means. Is it possible to see messages or speak to their higher self? Yes, it is. Woo woo. Yes, you can speak to their higher self and do the healing that way. But I would suggest sending them a card, writing them a letter, and taking the high road and just saying, I just want to let you know I love you and I'm thinking about you and I forgive you, and do that. Try that first. It'll open many doors. Okay. So thank you. I've taken your mediumship course a few years ago. Lately, I've been working with the moon. Okay. Love both energies. Do you see which one I need to focus on more? I don't know what do you mean by working with the moon, so I don't know what that means. Sorry. Mediumship, if you want to take the time and patience, is great. Zippy doodah quirk. I'm really tired of life and being harmed. Well, you don't need to be harmed. You don't need to be a victim. You don't need to be enslaved. That's not what this is. Get away from that energy and find something, two things a day that make you happy. Two things you've never done in your life before. Try it up and try something new that fills your soul, that makes you smile. That's my suggestion. Okay. Angie, thank you, James. I am taking Measure One course. Yes, I know you are. Are you enjoying it? So much to learn to be of service. Any additional advice? Patience, patience, patience. Go back to lesson one and start it all over again, because you may have a different perspective. But remember, sitting in a closet, I talk about the patience. You really want to become more of that inner soul self. Best way. And try to, if you can make the Gordon Smith workshop, fly out to California. If you're not here, it's worth it. And stay in Carlsbad. It's definitely worth the 3 days, really, that we're doing it. Okay. Stevie Gomez, hello, James. I've been anxious and overwhelmed with tears today. It makes sense now. So much going on. I guess I just absorbed my share today. Yes, it's true, Stevie. So it's not your stuff, it's the world. And because it's sensitive, we'll be open to it, but we don't want to make it our own. We can observe it like the ocean, observe that, or a hillside, observe it. You're not in it. Think of ourselves as trees, and we are strong trees with branches, and there are leaves that come out in springtime. We flower, and they go through summer, and then the leaves tend to fall off in the fall, and then winter comes, everything goes to sleep, comes back. There's always this ups and downs, this timing to everything. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And this is a season that we're in. We're a season of turbulence. We're in a season of transformation for the planet. So of course they're going to have upheavals of things and shocking things, but we don't want to take that stuff on. We can observe it. Keep the hands light. That'll help you. Kyle Schwartz, how best to receive a dream visit from my son in spirit? Not think about him. So the problem is when you have a loved one in spirit, and we go to come to me, come to me, come to me, you're actually closing that door. So what I would suggest is going Friday to the meeting, to the messages from spirit. You might show up there, Kyle, just saying, might try that out. But also I'd keep a journal next to your bed, the pen. And I wouldn't even think about it anymore, because then you're opening up that space for him to come into your dreams. But if you're forcing it, and I talk about this on Friday at the event, I'll talk about how we can't force a reading. We got to open up the space energetically. So that's the best advice. I say Friday come Friday, and also dream that journal. Janet, when we go to Janet's string, James, have you communicated with Janet and Havoc since the transition? Sending you both lots of love. You've been huge help. I have, I have received information from Janet 2 days after she passed, and it was a very interesting. I was just telling this to my friend Lynn Probert in England. I said, well, she's come back to me. She's come, because we're very close and we worked a lot together. And she said, and I knew it was her when she said something. It was so funny. Her saying, she was, my mind was taken to a space where there was, I don't know, it was outside of time, and everything was just flowing. And she said, oh, it was just lovely. It was very happy. I'm in happiness. She said, my brother and my father came to greet me, bring me over, as well as others. But she said, it was happy. I was a bit surprised, but I was happy. It was much happy. And then she said, I must say, it was very happy. I must say. And I was like, oh my God, those are the words she used to use. I must say it was very much happier than I thought. Very happy. And she went on about if that's the best way to transition. She said, just go. So I God bless her. Yeah, she's done a lot of great work for this planet, and I had little tears when I spoke to her, because we've shared a lot, and she's one of the greatest mediums I work with in the United States, probably one of the best in the United States, and I just hope that her journey within church does a good job. I'll do what I can do to help them to carry on Janice's history there. Okay. Hi, Terry. I find not listening to any news media keeps me in a peaceful place. Terry, totally. Turned off news. That's it. Why? If we had good news all the time, it'd be great, right? So what I tend to do is I put on YouTube videos of the theta waves, and it's a meditation. It's beautiful scenery over Austria, New Zealand, and they have theta wave music playing in the background. And that's really what I do during my day. I'll have that playing in the background when I'm cooking or doing some work. And that's really great to have that. Of course, in a couple of weeks, I'll have 2 doggies, so that'll be different. But good idea, Tara. That's so funny. I was looking at Heather McRae, and here she is. Great. I try to block those that tell me mediumship is dark. And they're ignorant. Sometimes evil, ignorant. And what else can I do besides send love energy to them and avoid their dismal attitude? Avoid them. You don't need them in your life. You can just don't be pulled in, Heather, to their thing. A lot of people are fear because of the unknown. They don't know. If they realized it was the greatest gift that could help humans, it'd be the opposite. But they're just ignorant. They don't know. They have limited awareness of it. And I would just say, you don't need their approval, number one. So you don't need their approval. Say, well, that's nice. That's your experience. That's good for you. That's nice. And that's it. Just neutralize it. But I don't know. I wouldn't hang out with people like that. Even if it's family, I would just say, yeah, that's good. That's the way. It's my life. Yes, Evening of Spirit Messages is Friday night. You have to go to vamprog.com to sign up, because there are tickets. I think we have like 10 to 20 tickets. So feel free to sign up there. And yes, Jennifer Thompson, she always said, I must say that. I must say. Exactly. She was like, I knew it was Janet when she said that phrase. I'm like, oh my God, it is Janet. It is Janet. She said, I must say, yes. I was very happier than I thought. I must say. It was like, oh, great. Also, tonight's show, Both Sides and Beyond, at 6 o'clock tonight. We're going to talk to a Feng Shui specialist, Julianne Siegel, and I'm reading her book right now, and it's lovely. I'm going to be endorsing that book, and she'll be tonight. So thank you, everybody, for joining me this afternoon, and I hope to see you tonight, if not Friday, and sign up for the animal course in Gordon. God bless you all. Okay, talk to you next time. Bye.